Kung bagsak yung VUL mo, malamang hindi ka happy ngayon and you're thinking what you should do next. So meron kang three options. I will discuss the three options that you can do kung nabentahan ka ng VUL before or bumili ka ng sariling VUL. Whether you understood yung kinuha mo or hindi, mas maganda that you will know now what to do moving forward. Right? The first option is that you withdraw and take the loss. So, meaning, tatanggapin mo na sa mga nahulog mo, total ng pera na nahulog mo, hindi mo na lahat yun makukuha. 'Di ba? So, withdraw mo na yan. Subject to withdrawal charges pa yan. Depende sa company, depende sa product. But usually, like for example, sa amin sa AIA, first 10 years merong withdrawal charge. Yung 6 to 10th year, 10% yung ibabawa sa whatever withdrawal. Pag less than 5 years or less, mas malaki pa sa 10% yung withdrawal charge. And please take note that if you withdraw and surrender your plan, if you surrender, mawi-withdraw mo agad yung pera, subject to charges, wala na rin yung mga benefits na na-discuss sa'yo. Wala ng life insurance, wala ng critical insurance, all the other riders, mawawala na po lahat yun. So that's the first option. The second option is you just hold and wait. So kung hindi pa tapos yung paying period mo, kunyari, 10 years to pay, nakaka 3 years ka pa lang or 5 years pa lang, then you have to continue paying. Di ba? Or kung tapos ka na magbayad, then hindi mo na kailangang magbayad probably. No, it's just optional if you want to do top-ups. You just hold na tumaas yung market ng Philippines. Understandably, mula nung nag-pandemic, bumagsak yung Philippine market at hindi na naka-recover because of so many factors. Politics, yung growth ng mga company rito, the economy, the global economy, affected talaga lahat eh. 'Di ba? Plus, mababa ng ceiling ng Philippines. No? So, sa ngayon, really sideways pa or tulog pa yung Philippine market. Again, please take note lang na kahit tapos ka nang magbayad ng VUL plan mo, meron pa rin niyang insurance charges. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pag-charge ng cost of insurance. Every month po yan. Minimal lang naman kung magkano yung life insurance coverage mo, less yung pera sa account value. So yung difference nun, that's called the net amount at risk or NAR. Yun po, yung cost of that insurance, itina-charge po yan, parang term insurance. Kasi VUL is like buy term invest the difference din naman in one plan. The third option is you do rebalancing. So, paano yan? So, kunyari clear naman sa'yo yung goal mo. Let's say clear sa'yo yung goal mo, yung VUL na kinuha mo or yung investment mo rito, long term pa mo siya gagamitin. Maybe sa education na pa ng kids mo, maybe hindi pa naman sila mag-aaral. Maybe retirement mo pa siya gagamitin. So, hindi pa today. So, if hindi mo pa siya kailangan today, then maybe you just, actually the best way is really to do rebalancing. Meaning, kapag bumaba ang amount ng investment mo, let's say nag-invest ka ng 100,000 for example, tapos 80,000 na lang siya ngayon. Or let's say it's a single premium, 1 million, tapos 800,000 na lang siya ngayon. So yung balance na 200,000, ideally mapunan. Bumili ka ng mga units ngayon. Diba? That also follows even sa, actually kahit sa stock market, ganun din yung pwede mong gawin. Diba? Sa mga, anything that is mark to market at invested sa market yan. Pag bumababa yan, at long term pa naman ang goal mo, I highly suggest or one of the best practices would be to buy kung ano man yung kulang or to buy more. Alright? Kasi you just do cost averaging. Lalo na kung, kumbaga, solid naman tong stock na to or let's say this company naman, okay naman siya. If you have belief in the Philippine market, or kung naka-global funds na yan, alam mo naman magre-recover yung global funds, mas wide yung option natin, mas diversified naman. So, everything will eventually go up. Hindi lang natin alam how long, gaano katagal yan. So that's what you do, what you can do. You can do rebalancing. You fill up kung ano man yung nawala. So that, pag umangat yung market, let's say yung 800,000 na initial mo, na dating 1 million, bumalik sa 1 million, yung dinagdag mo na 200,000, baka naging 250,000 na siya. No? So, tumubo na yung pera mo dahil nasabayan mo yung pag-akit ng market. The only challenge lang is, kung ngayon mo na siya kailangan or you will be retiring soon, or wala ka ng pambayad, then probably you have to do and you have to choose option number one, which is you really have to take the loss. So again, every investment should be tied to a goal. If ever that you got VUL, because it's an investment, sana merong clear na goal yung pagkuha natin yan. But ako, personally, I would say that VUL is still insurance. No? VUL is a life insurance policy, probably savings at best. Mag-break even yung VUL mo, panalo ka na kasi na-insure ka naman over the years. 'Di ba? And if you withdraw it, wala nangyari sa'yo, edi para ka nakapag-save, tapos na-insure ka pa over the years, so parang libre pa yung insurance mo. Ganon si VUL eh. No? I don't really call it as an investment, even though invested part of the plan, because that's the reason. The only reason why it's invested is para short term ka lang magbabayad, even long term yung coverage mo up to age 100 or up to age 88 for whatever design ng product na yan. So, alin dito sa tatlo na to yung fit sa'yo? Leave in the comment section.